We went into the players' lounge. Into the room came Cristiano Ronaldo. I put my hand up for him to high five me, and he completely blanked me.
Access to the players' lounge, like, I'm sorry. How does that come about? Like, you're saying you were there with your dad. Was it just you and your dad?
My dad and my brother.
Okay.
Basically,
how does that come about then? Seems pretty mad to me, right?
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Moving like UK border force right now.
Quicker, how old are you?
14, 15 years old.
So you're 14, 15 and you're going for the high five.
Do
I believe that?
This is vital information.
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to a very special episode of Total 90 Pod. You guys loved Two Truths, One Lie when we did it like a couple months ago. We borrowed it from Barrow Brothers. So I've said, you know what? We're bringing it back again. As you can see already, it is a fascinating lineup. First up, he's already familiar with this game after successfully convincing us about El Mantico and Mansfield Bulls. He finished joint second with me last time because we couldn't catch Ali's level of waffling. Stokes, how you feeling, mate? Ready for a title today?
Yeah, I know. I'm confident about this one because obviously... I'm confident about this one because obviously Ali was really good at this. You know, this is what he does, you know. So I feel like now with him gone, there's a real chance to...
Yeah, I mean, there are a good couple wafflers next to us as well.
Stokes,
though.
I think there's... Stokes, is that someone outside your window? Just quickly have a look.
No one there.
Come on, no defense is fade. Unbelievable. Woo!
Yeah, the voice you hear now, next up, he's been living his life abroad. He's been raring to go for weeks now even. So much so that he spent the last 7 hours playing Among Us to work on his imposter lying abilities. Jamie, how you feeling, mate?
I'm good. I know I haven't been on here in a while, but, you know, I've been, like you said, traveling a little bit, finding some truths, finding some lies abroad, and I've got them all ready. I'm ready to go.
Indeed.
No one stands a chance.
And lastly, in the true spirit of WrestleMania, we have the return of the man who can't be killed. It's been 23 episodes of having an ACL injury. He's never speaking about football again, but he is back. Mav, how are you feeling? Have you feeling all the love from all the guys saying they miss you on the pod?
Honestly, I couldn't be more happy to be back on the podcast, hearing Stokes' voice. I never thought I'd believe that or say that. Jamodo's voice, and even yours, Amenya, even yours. I'm happy to be back, and I'm glad we're not going to have to waffle about who is good and who is bad. We get to just waffle about our football experience.
You never know. I might have some statements about football.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, the rules of the game are very, very simple. We'll take it in turns to read out 3 crazy football stories that we've prepared from beforehand. 2 of them are real life stories. 1 of them is waffle. Then, of course, once I've read them out, or once the person's read them out, the other 3 have to ask questions and try and ascertain which one is the complete waffle. If you get it right, you get 1 point. For everyone that gets it wrong, the person who reads them out gets the point. It's very obvious. You'll get it within like 1 round. You can play along as well at home or in the live chat. But no, don't use Google and start cheating because that won't be very nice. Again, if you think it's very obvious, don't make it bait that you know what the answer is because then you're playing against everyone else. Very, very straightforward. I will begin just so that you guys can get to grips with the game. Here are my 3 statements. These are all 3 very legitimate stories that all definitely happened. Statement 1. The owner of Bulgarian team FC Tsarko Selo stormed onto the pitch in the last minute to prevent a young black brother from taking a penalty in the relegation playoffs. I'll expand on it, but I'm going to read the second statement and the third statement. Statement 2. Emil Heskey, Jamie's good friend, said that I remind him of John Barnes when we're speaking on the Anfield touchline. Just to hear it. Why are you guys laughing already? That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Statement 3. Eusebio was given the codename Ruth Maloso because Sporting Lisbon tried to kidnap him when he was being... Why is people laughing at my story? That's a legitimate story.
Sorry.
They took him from Mozambique and they hid him in Portugal. And then he was there for about 6 months. No one knew where he was. No one knew Wagwan. And then he came out and started cooking for Benfica. Those are my 3 stories.
Where in the dark web have you been for these ones? Because what is this?
What do any of them interest you a little bit? Of course, I will expand on them. But do any of them sound like waffle to you?
All of them.
Yeah, literally.
Like all. Genuinely, I am really wondering where I start with this because the thing is, right? The John Barnes one, great person to be compared to, by the way. I just want to throw that one out there.
I know.
But
you can imagine my face when I heard that.
Like, I can see it. And I don't really want to expand on why. I'll let people use their imagination.
I think you're allowed. Stokes, maybe. Jamie, maybe. I think
so
you can.
This first one, when did this happen? Sorry.
2022. It was in May. The Bulgarian division.
What?
It was
2022.
Yeah. It was a relegation playoff. And
Bulgarian.
It gets even crazier.
Top division. So this is like a.
It gets even. They were facing Lokomotiv Sofia. Let me tell you what happened. Actually, so the owner stormed onto the pitch. Right, he said, "No, you're not taking it. Give it to that guy." They had to score last minute to survive relegation. They had to escort the young black brother off the pitch because he refused to give up the penalty. They escorted him off. The other guy took it. He missed. They got relegated. And the owner just disbanded the club the next day. He said, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm out."
You see,
the club no longer exists.
I'm so chronically online. If that happened in 2022 and I haven't seen it, I'm very surprised.
Do you know what? It's annoying because that was my exact line of thinking.
Really?
I feel like that would be an activist like situation where guys would be like, "I can't believe this is happening." Icy Freeze getting done in again. Or was he going from the angle of he was trying to save him from backlash on Twitter? Because I mean,
2022.
I don't think he was. It's Bulgaria. I don't think it was that way. But also that is a viable option if he is a nice person.
So what are you thinking? You buying that one?
See, obviously the key theme, Eastern European racism. I'm not like it's not out there. I can see it being a thing.
Eastern European.
Just to clarify, I have not said that there was any racism. So... I have just said
whoa.
There was a young black
in the blanks here. I can't lie.
Who was not allowed to take it. I didn't say it's because of his race.
I was trying to tiptoe around it, and Stokes said, "Nah, you're Eastern Europeans, racist mode. Let's have it."
No, so like on that note, I could, but like. The fact that you're saying he disbanded the club the next day, and
the next day he said, "You know what? I'm not playing anymore." Like, because they got relegated. He said, "No, I'm not playing. Like, I'm out." So they withdrew their team from the league, and they no longer exist. That's it. May 2022. They no longer exist. That's it. The club is done. Disbanded.
My thinking with the John Barnes incident as well.
Okay.
Is that I think that could be like fully
He's
true.
had many of them,
but you've changed the name of the player. I feel like it might be someone else. That's what I'm currently.
This is what I think. I think Amenya's picked up his game from the last episode I watched because I feel like I feel like all of these could be very true with a detail changed very slightly to make it false.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't adjust slightly. If I'm gonna adjust it, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I was wearing a blue shirt and I lied. I was actually wearing a red shirt." Like, I wouldn't do that. That's not.
No. I mean, I'm not saying you've done it that closely, but at the same time,
I can elaborate. No problem. So obviously, as you guys would know, I did go to Liverpool versus Real Madrid in February of last year, and it was a VIP thing. And they said there were going to be two legends there. The two legends, I walk in, I say, Ian Rush. Oh, that's cold. I posted a picture. You guys have seen the Ian Rush picture. The other guy that was there, John Barnes. Only guys that like are active on my Twitch will have seen that picture because I didn't post it. You guys know my thoughts on John Barnes. Like, I won some prize. I have a Liverpool shirt because I won some prize from him. And they're like, "Oh yeah, go up and take a picture of John Barnes." I'm like, okay. I've taken my picture of John Barnes, whatever. Then 2 months later, I get invited to play a friendly game at Anfield. Again, people, if you follow, maybe you've seen it. And Emil Heskey was my manager. We're just playing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Roll on, roll off subs. I come off now. We're just talking normally. He's asked me, what team do you support, blah, blah, blah. I told him I don't even support Liverpool. I'm an Arsenal fan. He was like, "Oh, really? That's interesting because I thought you remind me of John Barnes." And I was like, "Oh no, I met John Barnes a couple months ago actually," and we were just talking about that situation.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
this Eusebio one again. So go on.
Eusebio, yeah.
Eusebio kidnapped in Mozambique.
So December 1960, Eusebio was playing for Sporting Lisbon's feeder team. Right?
Hey Stokes, you were alive then. Give us some help.
Yeah.
He remembers it vividly, bro. He couldn't believe what happened.
No, Stokes has got it. He's just not saying it out loud.
Don't help you guys out.
December 1960, he's playing for Sporting Lisbon's feeder team, and obviously he's quite a talent in Mozambique. But Benfica want to sign him, Sporting want to sign him. So Benfica, in all their email communications or whatever they were using, I don't even know what they were using back then. Like, I guess fax. I don't know what it was.
Fax.
Whatever the thing was back in that day, 96, I don't know what they were using, newspaper publications, whatever. They used the name Ruth Meloso to not make it bait they were speaking about Eusebio. Then they hid him in the Algarve from December until June 1961, the next year. Then they said, you know what? Here's Eusebio. Boom. He's a Benfica player. As a true football historian myself.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know about anyone else. I'm actually quite impressed that 2 of these are true. You know what I mean? Like,
3 of them are true, mate. 3 of them are true. They're all true.
I'm very, very impressed. Yeah, I
think I'm close to the one I think is a lie, to be fair.
So, are there any that you can rule out as being definitely correct then? Because obviously,
I can't definitely. Because I do remember you playing at Anfield. So, like, I know that happened. Obviously, the only thing I'm not sure is obviously
the private conversation.
Yeah, the private conversation, which is...
It wasn't even private, to be fair. The mate, if you guys know John Nellis, he was there.
Let's give him a quick call then. Get him to confirm your story, yeah?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm happy with my 2 truths and a lie.
Have you taken a bit of liberties with the words kidnapped? Was he just like there, like, kind of just growing up kind of thing? But Eusebio?
No. So December 1960, they were worried that Sporting Lisbon, who were, I guess, the main team of his feeder team, were going to kidnap him. So they hid him. They hid him so that he couldn't get kidnapped. So they hid him for like 6 months because they were scared of Sporting. Because obviously his mom was like, I don't know, are we gonna go there for 6 months?
How did you learn about this one then?
I'm a football historian, man. These things.
Yeah, but
know these things,
So I've got 2 reasons why I want to say 2 are true and 1's a lie.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got 2 reasons to back up why I would think that. For sure.
I don't want to come back and be disingenuous on my first reappearance, shall we say?
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep it a buck with people. I'm flipping a virtual 3-sided coin on this one. I'm gonna be very real. Like Jamie, there are reasons I'm considering. I'm trying not to be too logical because I know you're a very logical person, and I know you would have covered the logical grounds because I know what you like. You've trained for this one. You're taking it more seriously. So yeah, I believe the Bulgarian one is a lie because I feel like I would have seen it everywhere, because the problem with Twitter right now is anything like this happens, 16 different profiles tweet it. Don't think something like that would completely skip my memory. There are little things I've seen and heard on your stream that make me feel like the Anfield story is pretty true. So like I said, I've just gone with my heart on this one.
No drama. Stokes, what are you thinking? You join
no, I'm just gonna try and make a really great call here. I'm gonna go with the John Barnes one because I think he said like Anthony or something like. Do you know what I mean? And then you just obviously built up like.
Why would Heskey call me Anthony?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go the John.
I don't
Barnes
think he was even in England at the time, but sure,
someone like that.
Okay.
No dramas. My thought process was, like I mentioned with the first one, 2022, I feel like I would have seen that. I actually watched someone's YouTube video of that Anfield thing. He's a So Rare guy. I don't even remember his name. I remember seeing all that as well. With the Eusebio one, Amenya, didn't you do like a video on him? You did? Yeah, I remember that. So I feel like, although I guess you could have manipulated that one by seeing it, but
could have.
I feel like the lie is the first one. And
is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna change my answer, but I've just realised you said it was a relegation match, right? And then you said what they called Sofia,
a relegation playoff, Lokomotiv Sofia.
And they're I'm sure they'll be good, no?
Please, I need you to confirm what grounds.
I mean, I've heard
you've heard locomotive before. That's literally the grounds you're going at, and I respect it.
Yeah.
Are you locked in, Stokes? Or
I'm locked in. I'm locked in on John Barnes.
Okay, yeah. And Jamie and Mav are saying it's the locomotive. Bulgarian League One.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, statement 3, which was the Eusebio one, was true. So, fair play.
Okay,
GG. Nice. That definitely did happen. I found that in my research of my, historian ways.
Yes.
And in terms of who's getting a point here, at least one of you is going to. The lie was the Emil Heskey John Barnes story. He didn't call me John Barnes, bro. I would have stormed out the field, mate. He didn't say nothing about John Barnes, bro. In fact, he wasn't even my manager that day. It was Robbie Fowler was my coach on that day. The other team had Emil Heskey.
I actually remember that. Right.
Yeah. So the first story, by the way, is true. That actually happened.
I can't believe I didn't see that. I genuinely can't believe.
There's videos on Twitter.
I didn't think you'd go with the 2 professional footballing ones. You know what I mean? I thought you'd one of those would be the lie, and then I just use my knowledge with the Eusebio research you've done.
I played football with you, and I can see the John Barnes comparison. that's the only again. That's why I wasn't sure.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, so Stokes gets a point, and I get 2 points for fooling the two of you. Yeah. So on that note, we'll go to Stokes next to give us his 3 statements.
Okay.
The way he's not smiling already, it's like he knows he's cooking something crazy.
No.
Stokes is going on the top 50 biggest football myths of all time. Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to start with a personal anecdote from my life.
Okay.
So back in the good old days, the 70s, the 60s, whatever it may have been, I was on a football tour with my team. We used to go to caravan parks and it would be there, and then we'd go play the tour with a bunch of other teams, whatever. Anyway, we did really well. We ended up winning the tournament. My team won the tournament, and part of the awards ceremony was Harry Redknapp had come in, and Harry Redknapp was we'd have a picture of him. He'd give us a little individual trophy, and then we'd move on, whatever. Anyway, we were having fun later that evening. Me and the boys were in. There's little arcades, a lot of fun, a lot of penny machines, And it's getting a bit late. We wander outside, and then in front of us there's a guy laying face down in the dirt, just drunk out of his mind. And obviously, me personally, I'd have just moved on. But my friend Mitchell, he pushes by the shoulder "You're right, mate." And it's Harry. Harry's just had he's absolutely steaming. And he's face down in the dirt, he's obviously stumbled, and maybe he's sleeping there. And yeah, that's statement number 1.
I'll have some questions, but
you have some questions. Okay,
continue.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay, statement number 2. Mm-hmm. So, keeping among the theme of Portugal and football, we're going with a Benfica incident where there was a manager.
I was about to say something about
Eusebio was
a
kidnapped.
Child or something.
Yeah, Eusebio was kidnapped. Yeah.
Bear with me though, because Eusebio does feature in this one as well.
Oh God, there we go.
So Benfica used to have a manager called Bela Gutmann, and Bela Gutmann was having a lot of success. In fact, Bela won 2 back-to-back league titles, and he went to the board and he was like, "Guys, I'm doing so well. Can I get a pay rise?" And they were like, "Absolutely not." But instead of a normal person, obviously would be fair enough, disappointed. But no, Bela Gutmann has publicly cursed the club, and he said, "You guys are not going to win any European titles for 100 years." And not really a big thing at the time, but then obviously since then, Benfica went on to lose their next 8 European finals. And it was such a big deal that Eusebio, after this Bela Gutmann had died, Eusebio ended up going to his grave and just begging him to lift the curse. So that's story number 2. Story number 3. Now, obviously, for those of you who are familiar with the player, Fabian Barthez, he's a bit of a wild one.
Yeah, he was.
United keeper, obviously. I think he went into NASCAR later on. But there was an incident while he was in France. Now he's playing big European night. I think it was. It was Inter Milan versus Marseille. 60,000 people packed in there, and he just really needs to go to the toilet. And obviously, as a goalkeeper, you can't really jump off the pitch quickly. And instead of all that, his team on the attack quickly just whips out what he needs to do and takes a pee right on the ground there and then in front of all the fans. Now, obviously, this is all caught on film, video, but Fabian was just came out and said, "You know what? When you got to go, you got to go." So, yeah, Those are my 3 stories.
Jamie, any initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts are that one can't be true, and the Harry Redknapp one can't be true. So, how is there 2? Oh man.
Yeah. Wait, Stokes, how old were you for this Harry Redknapp?
How old was I? Ooh, I think we were about 13 years old, 12 years old. This is going way back. This is like 20 years ago, 20, yeah, around about 20
Harry
years ago.
Redknapp plastered face on the ground. Why is he getting plastered? What is he just handing the trophy?
Let's do the maths here. So Stokes.
No, just a bit more context. Like in these caravan parks type things, it was like there's a big bar and there's like loads of slot machines. So like it was just like a venue where people just drinking and
sure. So Stokes just had his 30th birthday, so we can do the maths on that. 1994, he was 12, 13, so that would be 2006, 2007. That would be when he's at Spurs already now. That's probably like just about his best kind of era, roughly. Is he going to be there lying down facing the sun like that?
How have we not? Nah, I was going to say how have we not
and
about it, I suppose.
I'm a bit confused as well because Mav, what are you thinking? Anything striking you?
So Eusebio's coach. Can you repeat his name again real quick?
Bella Gutmann.
Okay, and
I can verify that's true. That's
Bella Gutmann. Yeah, can you confirm his origin, please? For him to be a witch doctor.
I honestly, in terms of where he's from, I couldn't tell you. But all I know is he's fond of curses, clearly, because 100 years is a long time. This would have been in the 60s.
Okay. 60s. And the third one is Barthez whipping it out and going
whipping it out in front of the fans.
In front of the fans, which I can't lie, I can see Barthez doing. Obviously, we've had the Lineker situation in previous times. You guys have really been in the lab, and I respect it because you brought your A game, both of you. Because again, like the Harry Redknapp one, it was very vivid the way you told it.
He was going on for too long, innit?
It was way more vivid than the Mansfield nonsense you made up, which makes me really feel like it's true. Harry Redknapp is the character that I can see just getting plastered at essentially a Butlins event for no reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was,
I can see it. It's crazy. But what if, I can see it.
What if he's saying a little bit of the truth? What if like the truth of that story is that he actually did hand over the trophies at that event?
Yeah, but he wasn't
the
there.
other part didn't happen.
Yes, you know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It may have been like, oh, haha, like he's a bit tipsy, haha. And he just said, no, do you know what he was like?
That's what I mean.
No, I mean he was fully asleep, like he just sleeping on the floor.
And then with this Barthez one, like, is Stokes saying there's like footage of it? Like, hello? Footage.
It's not something that I've researched personally.
Big gloves, you know, you never know. You haven't seen anything really.
But if there is like 2 goalkeepers that I think would do that, it would be him and Jens Lehmann. So
yeah, this is annoying me because I've heard all of these other ones, but I haven't heard the Barthez one. And again, I feel like something like that is constantly brought up, but I don't want to get tripped up by this again, by the fact of me not hearing it, because maybe someone
Where
just.
Where did you hear the Harry Redknapp one from?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't, but at the same time, because it's a private one, you can't. I can't fact check it other than the dates line up.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the Spurs, because surely it'll be more likely to happen when he's at like a Southampton or something like that.
Because we've heard all of Harry Redknapp's kind of crazy stories too, and I feel like something like, even though it's only Stokes' experience, I still feel like Harry Redknapp being so drunk he's on the floor asleep at a kid's party. I feel like one of the parents would have said, "Hang on a minute, son, let's have a word here. I can make a few quid here." Point. Like,
listen, I could offer a little bit more context if it helps.
Yes, please.
So I'm not saying like we just left him there. Like, what happened was me and the guy that I was kind of weird. He's called Mitchell. He's a centre back. We went to our guy, kind of like our group, our like parents, coaches, whatever, and we were like, listen, like, it's ridiculous. He's like lying there, kind of thing. And they helped sort him out, kind of thing. So from there, we just went on with our night. I didn't really think much of it. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened.
So 12, 13-year-olds alone at night. You had to go back to the group. They left you.
Oh yeah, we run around the arcade. Like, we had a great time.
On the floor,
yeah. No, it was great.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
You know what, right? I love that story so much. I want it to be true. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely just want it to be true. I'm thinking like, how would Stokes not have an opportunity to say that before? Maybe not even. You know what I mean? Like he does yap on stream, but is that ever coming up? I don't. Look, I can see for sure that he's like handed him the trophy, right? I think that could be definitely true, and I think Stokes has like used that story to then, you know, and I think the part of him face planted in the grass, like passed out, drunk, I don't see that's true.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, I'm going with that. That's a lie.
Do you know what? I truly want Stokes to get the win here if he's come up with these. So again, I'm gonna have to do like Jamie has done, and I want this story to be true, and I want you to tell me that it's true because I would love it. It would just be great. So I'm gonna say that is a lie, and you might secure a serious amount of points here.
Yeah. Can't let him get all three though. That's the fact. I can't let him get all 3 points. Wait, Stokes, so you, just to clarify, you said Guzman put a curse.
Yeah, cursed the club.
Do you know when that was?
I'm not familiar with that. It was a 100-year curse, and it's affected all their finals since, you know. And obviously, it's a big deal, and Eusebio had to go beg to the grave kind of thing.
Can I still talk or not? Because I've locked it in.
Yeah, you can speak.
I was going to say, when I asked Stokes about that one, he did say like 1960 or something. And I was saying like, so it hasn't obviously, I don't know.
No, my issue is that he didn't give me a year. That's my problem. I haven't had a year. And that's why I'm concerned. And unless he wants to give me a year, I think I have. Do you have a year for me, Stokes?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it's 50s, maybe. If that kind of area.
I'm gonna go that one is the lie, man. Because if I'm not mistaken, I could be very wrong on this. I do believe Benfica won the Champions League in 1963. I could be wrong, but I know Eusebio was lifted that trophy.
That could be some good knowledge from you.
I can vividly recall him lifting the trophy. Now, the only issue I have is that I don't know the year he's talking. That's why if he said 1961, I'd say he's capping.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go for that one as a lie anyway because I don't know.
Please,
why Eusebio is going to ask him in his grave. So
yeah, please.
Let's see. If it's the third one, then I guess we all fumbled in it. But I'll go with the Eusebio one.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I was expecting more people to be outraged by Barthez, but I guess it is Barthez. No, Barthez, that is true. He did do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough to him, I guess. I can also confirm that when I was younger, I went to football tour, won the football tour, met Harry Redknapp. Unfortunately, he wasn't drunk on the floor.
I'm actually
disappointed. Jamie called it.
I didn't actually want the points here. I really wanted that to be true.
I wanted that to be true.
I reached too far there.
The tabloids changed my mind. When I hit that light bulb, it changed my mind on that whole story.
I don't know why I didn't back that because I actually said in 06, 07, he would have been like in his prime. He
was in his pomp. Yeah.
It's just his story about the Champions League bugged me because you said. Let me check real quickly. You say
when Stokes goes, I would have left him there, but my mate who just said it. I
don't know. Like the other part is Stokes really wanted to hammer in this Mitch's guy's name and position to make it seem more plausible. When you added his position in, I knew you were floundering a bit. Yeah.
So Benfica won the Champions League 1961-62. So and I remember this happened because I don't remember it happening. I remember learning about it and seeing him lift it, but because he didn't give me a year, I had to guess that he was waffling on that. But fair enough, GG's. Mav, let's see your 3 statements. So currently the scores are: I am on 2, Stokes is on 2 as well, so 2-2, and then Jamie and Mav have 1 each. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, real quickly. I just checked for you, by the way. He was the manager when they won that, and it was he went after, he went for the pay raise after.
That does make sense.
Okay,
so that's on me. That's on me.
And they have failed since. So fair. Hey, you got the points by not putting the year in, so that's
you're good. Right. Like had I known, I wouldn't have even gone for that, man. My knowledge, it was too good for my own good.
Yeah.
So my 3 very true statements are: statement number 1, I was blanked by Cristiano Ronaldo. That is statement number 1. I'm going to say 3 statements, and then you can obviously
elaborate and whatnot.
Statement number 2, I was present at the Newcastle-Liverpool game when Laurent Robert scored a free kick, and it was later used in goals. The film Goals.
Goal.
Goals.
I thought goals.
Yeah, Kurt's new game. Sorry, Kurt's new game.
Yeah.
Yes. And statement number 3, I was behind the goal that Ruud van Nistelrooy scored his solo goal in against Fulham.
Okay.
So again, I can give more details to all 3.
Why and where did the Ronaldo blanking happen?
Yeah, indeed.
So as you know, I used to visit a lot of football games, or I've mentioned previously that I used to visit a lot of football games, and I had player lounge access at a Man United game at Old Trafford with my dad and my brother. We went into the players lounge, and obviously, as you know, you go in there after the game, hope that a few players come in. Edwin van der Sar came in, was lovely, spoke to me and my family for a little bit. My dad remarked on how big his hands were because they were like bananas.
Go on.
Yeah, there's no pause in there. He was a very big guy. And then after him, into the room came Cristiano Ronaldo in his post-match tracksuit, holding his boots. I don't think he'd had a very good game, so he was a little bit agitated. Naturally,
wait. What script are you reading off for a story that happened?
You know what I was gonna say? When Stokes told me that Harry Redknapp was lying like that, he didn't read it off his phone.
Oh no!
Man's reading a bit too much on his phone there. That's not from his memory. That's off his.
I'm reading off the script here. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want me to look at you guys while I
No,
tell the
feel
story?
free to read it because I know you forgot now. So read the phone. It's fine. Read your phone.
No, so he came in. Obviously, he hadn't had a very good game, so I was a little bit upset. I put my hand up for him to high five me, and he completely blanked me. Very, very annoying. Unfortunately, again, he was.
How did he react to that?
How did he react?
You. How did you react to getting aired? Did you keep it there for a bit, or did you
No, it was one of them where I turned around to my dad, was like, I just kind of got aired, bit annoying sort of situation. And again, he was relatively new there. He'd started to do well that season. People started to like him. It was around the point where it was 2006. So it was around the point where he started to turn his opinion around. Obviously, people called him a one-trick pony for a very long time. His opinion had changed. I started to like him. And again, my dad remarked on how tall he was in real life, because my dad didn't realize, and I didn't realize how tall he actually was. So my dad remarked on Van der Sar's hand size and Cristiano Ronaldo's height.
Yeah, we got that part. We got that part.
Yeah. So that is
access to the players' lounge. Like, I'm sorry, how does that come about? Like, you're saying you were there with your dad. Was it just you and your dad?
No, so it was me, my dad, and my brother.
Okay.
Basically,
how does that come about then? Because that seems pretty mad to me, right?
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Moving like UK border force right now.
So my dad actually at golf nights he used to go to, they have a raffle evening, and you could raffle for obviously things, and in there was a players lounge experience that he actually bid on and ended up winning in the raffle.
So what do you think about all this?
I got quicker. How old are you for the Ronaldo one?
I must have been 14, 15 years old.
So you're 14, 15 and you're going for the high five.
Do
I believe that?
This is vital information.
I'm trying to think.
Now that you said that,
I believe the golf raffle and everything. Okay, another question.
Yeah.
So, Salon, that was a bin. What was that?
Laurent Robert, no?
Oh, Laurent Robert. Sorry,
Laurent Robert. Yeah, sorry, Laurent Robert.
Was that the 90s?
I did say that. No, that was. That would have been. 2004, 2005. Yeah. Similar sort of time frame.
Okay.
All right.
Tell us
and
about
why
that.
Were you there?
Tell us about day 2 and statement 2 and statement 3 a little bit more.
So statement 2, to answer Stokes' question, why was I at St. James's Park watching Newcastle? Well, if some people know, you guys might have heard me say this, but my brother is a massive Newcastle fan. And again, we used to go to Newcastle matches, Aston Villa matches, and Man United matches when I was younger. We went to all of them as often as we could, so mostly with my dad. And then sometimes obviously with my brother and myself. Yeah, I went with my brother to watch it. My brother, my dad, and myself again to watch the match. They were against Liverpool, and Laurent Robert was on the right hand side of the pitch, swung it in left-footed, and it lobbed the goalkeeper. And the reason I know it was used in goals was my brother's claim to fame at school was that we were there at the game. Goals was massive when we were at school, and he was like, "Oh, Goals used the game that we went to," and again, he used to tell everyone, and that's the reason I know it was later used in Goals. So that's the reason I know that information.
His hardest to look at the camera right now, by the way. He's making sure.
No, you guys didn't want me to.
No, I hear the second one.
Didn't want me to look down.
And then so the final one, real quick, just to elaborate on the third one, so we get a bit more of a picture.
I mean, that's one where it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, I was at Old Trafford and I was behind the goal that he scored the goal in against Fulham, and it won goal of the month, I believe, and it was one of Ruud van Nistelrooy's goals that he made himself, which is kind of why I think people enjoyed it and loved it so much.
Either Mav, it's a pure coincidence, or he's seen it on Twitter, because I was discussing Ruud van Nistelrooy, that goal against Fulham where he ran like Wreck-It Ralph. And I don't recall seeing Mav in the stands. Now, obviously, I wasn't looking in the stands to find Mav because I didn't know he was there. So, how you heard all three? What are you thinking?
I think the goals one is true. I'm gonna stick there with that one. I'm torn between Van Nistelrooy, but like, obviously it's difficult because nothing really much to go off. For me, the one that stuck out, obviously, to go on about is like the high five. Do I find that probable? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, I can just imagine someone go like that in a, like, I don't know. I just can't
embarrassing
picture
story
it in my head.
to tell. In fairness,
it's a very embarrassing story, isn't it? But he has told it.
Jamie, you looking to lock in something here?
I think I'm happy to lock in the story about Ronaldo. I think Mavs was like, he had a lot of juicy details in that story. I think he's like overcompensating for it not being true. Like he's giving us info about his dad saying the hand size is there.
Ronaldo's tall. Oh my days! Like, you could have seen that coming.
I think he was like really trying to, you know what I mean?
Push us in that direction.
Yeah, and once again, right, I think similar to the Stokes personal story, I think there's things that are true there.
Have been embellished a little bit.
Yeah. I think getting aired by Ronaldo is a lie. I'm not saying everything in that story is a lie.
Stokes, what about you? I've got my certain answer, I believe.
You go, because I'm on the fence, and I want to.
Okay, you want to hear what
on
I'm
the fence? Then
no problem. No, that's fine. That's fine. To be fair, I didn't go first last time. I believe it's Ronaldo for a multitude of reasons. Mav is someone who calls himself like a 50-50 guy, or Messi, Ronaldo. I'm in the middle. He loves Ronaldo deep down. He always finds a way to defend Ronaldo. And me personally, if my biggest hero, my idol, if I went to the best awards, and Henri aired like a handshake or high five, I'll probably start an agenda that very day. So that's point number one of why I don't think it's true. Then he made a bit of a stumble. He said that, that was Ronaldo's, right at, like in the early day where he was struggling a little bit. Then he said it was 06-07. Ronaldo had been there for 3 years by that point. Ronaldo was cooking 06-07. That was AIG Ronaldo.
Would you? Can I? Well, I don't know what I'm having. Can I interject? I said it was at the point where previous to that, people were calling him a one-trick pony, and this season was a good season that he was having. Is actually what I said. So what you just said is.
Do you remember who the opponent was again?
I genuinely don't know who they played.
I don't know why I asked. I wasn't going to remember anyway.
I don't know who they played. I can't remember.
No, but I'm still going for that one though, because 06-07. I think he had more good games than bad. I think, you saw Van der Sar's hand was big, and he's a goalkeeper. Like, what do you think? So that's what I'm going for. Stokes.
Nah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the theme. I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket. I'm gonna go with the Ruud van Nistelrooy one. Okay, I think that's a lie. No, for no basis. I just.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not crazy enough for me to like. For me to make that, like, if I made up a story. Oh, I was there when Van Nistelrooy scored. It's like, okay, who cares? Like, that's just what I'm thinking. But Mav probably cares, and we're gonna find out now. Mav, those are our answers.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that Stokes unfortunately for you, I was there when Ruud van Nistelrooy scored his solo goal. So that is absolutely true. I can also tell you that my brother is a massive Newcastle fan, and I was not at said Liverpool game,
Jesus.
unfortunately. I was I've been to multiple games. One of my favorite ones was Newcastle versus Villa, but I didn't actually go to that Liverpool game, and neither did anyone in my family, unfortunately.
Wow.
So the one that is also in fact true is Cristiano Ronaldo did air me in the Players Lounge in 2006, and
he gave it
to give you context, everything I said is completely true. I was part of a group of a lot of kids that had obviously gone on. I believe it was an experience day where loads of people were there from an experience day done at charity and stuff like that. And I was a part of a group of kids that when he came through the door, we obviously all clocked it was him, and we went rushing forward and we're like, "Oh, Ronaldo!" Like high five me. And it's not he aired me, he didn't high five anyone. He walked over to said area, and then people had to go up to him, and he said hello and signed stuff. At which point I didn't go up and get anything signed because I was a little bit upset that he didn't high five me. But at that point he wasn't an idol of mine, so I didn't really think I'm going to regret that in the future, and I obviously absolutely regret it now.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's 3 points from having the bag right there.
You came with my brother at school, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Your brother was probably showing off.
Yeah. It wasn't one that we could use any, I guess, football IQ to try and kick it out of that.
Tough set.
When he was saying goals, I was like,
Yeah, I fumbled there, and I thought someone would clock. I genuinely fumbled there.
Fairs.
It is what it is. So, if I'm not mistaken, Mav is on 4. I'm going to assume it's 4-2-2-1. So me and Stokes are already kind of out.
So Jamie's got a chance there to lie well.
You got to lie to all 3 of us to win it. And just to make sure Mav can't cheat as well, Mav will be the first one to lock in his answer.
Okay, yeah, I accept that. I accept.
Go on then, Jamie.
So...
You're lying.
Similar to Mav, right? I'm gonna say the 3 statements.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then if there's any that tickle your fancy, you can ask about that one first. Blah blah blah. Okay. Sure. India have never played in a FIFA World Cup.
Okay.
I saw Romario play in a professional football game live. Okay. And Daniel Sturridge refused to play in an A-League game because of the surface.
Oh my lord.
One of these is a lie.
Romario.
Are you sure you've added any from your truth list, or you just used the 9 lies you came up with?
So just to read, so statement 1 is I forgot already.
India have never played in a World Cup.
In the World Cup.
Back it.
Okay. 2 is you saw Romario play what again? Professional match, you said.
Play in a professional match live. Like, not a friendly,
No, that's cool. Yeah. What game was that?
So Romario, I don't know if you guys know, he came to play for Adelaide United in the A-League, my hometown, my home city. He didn't play that many games, but it was like a really big thing, Brazilian Ronaldo's here, the legend, he was getting on a bit. And
Brazilian Ronaldo, interesting. Okay.
Romario, sorry. My bad. So yeah, he came to Adelaide United, played in the A-League, a little stint, and me, my 2 brothers, mum, dad, big occasion, we went and saw him playing a game.
I start hearing about brothers and I get PTSD.
How old are you, Jamie?
Oh, I must have been what?
Taking too long.
10, 9, something like that.
Is he playing into the game here though?
Honestly, that's just like that's just an average guess though. Like, don't know for sure.
10, 11.
Oh, like first I'll ask, did any of you guys know that Romario played in the A-League?
Not a clue.
No, honestly, couldn't give a flying.
He's just gone with that to be like, yeah, look, guys, like it's Australia, just trust me, it happened, and
yeah.
10, 11 years old. Jamie is what? Isn't he like 22 or something? Jamie now.
No, older.
Is it?
I think.
Yeah.
Jamie's 22.
I'm
no
24.
chance.
He's like
24.
Okay, yeah, not bad. I was close. And you were 10, 11, 13 years ago, 2011. Oh no. The thing that concerns me is that Socrates went to West Yorkshire to play and he was 50 years old. So I know these Brazilians, they randomly get bored of retirement and they're like, yeah, do you know what? Let's go just have a laugh and go to like some stupid team. No offense, Jamie.
No offense taken. No, yeah.
Have a fun little
He's only wearing his Australian shirt. Yeah.
No, but that's a national thing. That's not Adelaide or that Romario played for supposedly in 2011, which is what Jamie wants us to believe.
Like, that's not a fact, right? I'm just like, you know.
Talk to me a little bit about Daniel Sturridge, because
I don't need to hear that. I feel like that's the truest of the three. Like he's turned up. It's Sunday level, and he said, "I am not playing. I refuse."
No, just because like I think that's well within his character. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
General assessment, but like, talk to me. What happened? Like, what was he was playing over there? Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously, do you guys know that Daniel Sturridge came to the A-League to play?
I do know, yes. Yep. That I do know.
Obviously, you know, before he came, people knew of his injuries and everything like that. And in the end, he only played 138 minutes in his whole time in Australia. That wasn't his only controversy. There was plenty of other ones. One with talking about barbers, you know, a lot of stuff he was saying about Australia, a lot of things that he did, got like a lot of bad media attention, right?
Yeah.
But the one that took the cake is when Perth Glory were playing away at Wellington. Obviously, there's only one team that's not in Australia in the A-League, New Zealand, Wellington. Before the game, he's looked at their pitch and he's gone, I'm not playing on that. And the gaffer says, you know, what do you mean? Doesn't want to get injured.
Buying that, Stokes?
Yeah, I am. But I think this is classic Jamie.
You got to remember,
he's trying to mislead us here.
Classic Jamie.
I think I might have to be tactical on this one. And oh no, I'm going first, so I can't hedge my bets. Yeah, you were smart, because I would have been tactical here, and just if you guys said one, I would have said the other, and just hedge my bets, because I think Jamie's playing a character very well here of seeming unsure, because in that story of Sturridge, he made things sound unsure where they had no right to be unsure. You know it's Daniel Sturridge, you know he only played a certain amount of minutes, you know it was Wellington, right? You know but you made it seem like, I think, and you did that a lot with the Romario one as well. So although I didn't like the way you told it, I waited for you to tell the other ones, and I feel like you're playing the shaky, I'm not sure character with all of them.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything, I'm sure of all. If there's any other questions you have, far away. I mean,
I really don't think Romario played in the A-League at that time. I think his career was done by that point. Like, but at the same time,
remind you, like I said, Socrates retired. Yeah.
No, I know, and I know the A-League is basically Sunday League. I understand. But so he could come back. So maybe it was do you know what? Let's give these guys something to come watch. So Jamie and the whole family go out for a good day out to watch a 65-year-old run around for a bit of banter.
Professional.
Are we? Let's also show some respect, because there may be some that are watching. Let's also show respect to statement one. Are we definitely certain? Yeah. I clarify, Jamie. Do you mean FIFA Men's World Cup? Like,
yes. Sorry about that. In the history,
see, look, the shaky. Like, why is he still playing the shaky character?
What do you? I'm sorry, you know.
So your statement is that India have never qualified for
in the history of the competition ever.
Yes, I agree. I think that's, in my opinion, that's out.
Yeah, I think that I am 99% sure that is true.
Because them man even get smoked like today. They don't even get like goals.
Yeah,
or anything, so.
Yeah.
It's Romario. Or
you might as well have brought out San Marino and said they haven't qualified for anything as well. I know.
Tough. Problem is here as well, you know, Stokes, if we get this wrong, we could be finishing last, joint together in last place. It's not going to be ideal, considering that we're the ones that are experienced. Fairs, Jamie.
And
mate.
again,
Fairs.
you've played this so well, Jamie.
Because I can't win anyway, so I'm gonna just say some information, and you guys make of it what you will. One of the reasons that Sturridge didn't play that much is because it was COVID them times. Now, I'm wondering, were they traveling to New Zealand during COVID times? That's what I'm initially concerned by, because I remember he was doing like lockdown stories and whatever on IG, or I don't know whatever social media he uses, but I was seeing them pop up on Twitter. So I know he was locked up for quite a bit. I don't.
It's a good shout, because Australia were very strict during COVID. They were very strict.
All the way to New Zealand and said, "Nah, I'm not playing. You've already there, mate."
You might. Your logic has made me really see. This is head or heart. Try to secure the win.
Can't win, right?
Yeah,
So
enlighten me a little bit. People, not you, Jamie. Actually, people playing against Jamie here. Romario, like, would he not have been 80s, or is that
no? Romario. Again, the confusion is because I don't know when he would have retired, like in general. But like 94, 95, like he's still there bagging. So what he's saying is
15 years later.
15 years later, he played. What was it? Adelaide, you died? You said?
Yeah.
Adelaide, yeah. 2010.
It has to be that one. It has to be. There's no way he's kicking the football in 2010. Surely.
No,
I could.
It's Australia, bro.
Yeah,
I could lie and say like, yeah, I'm John Barnes, and they'll let me play, bro.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
You were smart picking that league, because I just don't know what
we can't verify that, man. 2 Australia League stories, we don't know. But Mav, you are going to be going first on this one. Or let me think how to make it the most fair. I mean, I don't really care who wins, to be honest. Stokes, I think it's the same for you, right? So I'm not going to base my answer whether based on what Mav says. I think I have my answer in my head.
I don't. I'm so on the fence. It's unbelievable.
Gotta go for one of them, pal.
Okay. Do you know what? Like, yeah. I am actually. I've had a lot of fun. This has been great. So I don't really care about winning. Genuinely, like I said, it's about taking part. And I'm gonna go with my head, because I went with my heart last time and it sabotaged me. So I'm gonna go with my head and say Jamie's been very clever, knowing that we would be not knowing much about Australia, and he did go to Australia at some point, but not in those years. So I'm gonna go with the years being off and say that number 2 is a lie.
Stokes is nodding his head here. Is that
I think the numbers are off as well. I have to say, I think the numbers are off. But yeah, listen, I don't want it to be a thing. I want Jamie have the chance to win, right? So I'm gonna go with what I think it actually is. I'm gonna go with the years. I'm gonna go with Romario. Yeah, I'm back it up.
Well, see, now I'm scared to like. The issue I have is if I go for the other one, I could cook, but I could also finish last. But I think it is quite fun also if we say there's a chance that I guess it could be 4-4 or whatever, and we're out anyway. So yeah, Romario 2011, was he playing? I don't recall him on FIFA 11. I don't recall. I remember seeing like Heskey when he left a couple years later. He's playing. I don't recall Romario. So
that's actually a good shout. I didn't even think of FIFA. That's how little I think of that game these days.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Romario one is a lie. He played in like a random friendly with him or something like that for some FIFA event.
To secure a draw with this would be sensational. So I think it would be only fair.
Okay,
let's go then.
All right.
Tell us. So go through the other.
Yeah. Okay.
1 or 2.
So India have never played in a World Cup. That was true. Funnily enough, though, they did qualify by default for the 1950 World Cup, but
they didn't play, man.
They never participated, or they did qualify by default after all the other nations in the qualification group withdrew.
Okay.
Oh. They didn't play.
Cheers.
The other 2... both have truths to them.
That's yeah. See,
they both have truths. Okay, the truths are Romario did play for Leeds United, and Daniel Sturridge did only play 138 minutes of football. However, the other truth is I did go and watch Romario play for Leeds United, and Daniel Sturridge, Emmanuel, you're on the right track. He never travelled away to Wellington and said, Gaffer, I don't want to play because the service isn't good enough.
What have I done? What have I done?
I honestly thought, I thought you were all on that, like, crazy.
Yeah, I truly also wanted to go that way. You played that so well. I can't lie.
I need to look at this.
I gassed up the logic too much, but then when Mav said the other one, I was like, you know what? Let's have a fun ending, I suppose. Because Sturridge, it was COVID, bro. It wasn't going New Zealand.
Yeah,
man.
You said that, and like I mean, everyone watching knows. I went, that makes so much sense, and that changed my whole mind. I was now 50-50. I was 100% on the Romario one. I was now 50-50.
44 years. Well, I just checked. 44 years old.
Bro, I told you, these men, they come out of retirement, bro.
I don't know how I've done that, by the way.
I'm actually so annoyed here because
the logic was very good. Like,
all of it.
Yeah. Especially, Emmanuel, when you brought up the stuff about COVID and everything, that caught me off guard.
I don't know why I didn't say it, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't even know if he played against Wellington or not.
Yeah. No, but it's well in his character though. You pick the genuinely, like I said, I'm not just saying this, but you picked the perfect person. I could see it.
I was too scared to lose, man. That's my own fault. But Stokes, I can't lie, we've been embarrassed, bro. 2 newcomers. Yeah. They just packed us in.
Honestly, when I was hearing you guys talk, I looked at mine. I'm like, I'm done here. Like, I was like, this is. Oh no, what have I done?
When I was listening to Amenya's, I thought I was cooked. Like I thought my answer was obvious now, and then you guys were like, nah, too much details. Like, try to you almost, because mine and Jamie's were almost easier and not like over logicked. I think we were able to act you off the trail.
But hopefully someone's learned something, you know what I mean? Like,
don't do that. No,
I'm being serious.
Don't do that. Not about that Sunday league. Let's not do that, please.
But like, someone's going to use this in a pub quiz one day. You know,
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna use
United.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the hashtag United fact next time.
I'll know that one. I watch all their videos.
Wait. Hold on.
What?
Adelaide United, 2006. You weren't 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, I didn't say for sure. I just said like.
Whoa!
What did I say? 2009.
We asked for your age. You said you were 10, 11 years old.
No, I did say as a fact. I said this is not a fact when I said that. I said if I can guess.
Ref.
No, but
ref.
What are you thinking? I can't lie. I don't think I'm happy with that. You know.
Really?
I've done my research. He went on loan in 06. You would have been what? 5, 6 years old?
06? 7.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
So he said 10 or 11 and he was 7. I'm not. It's borderline.
You went into 2006.
Stokes was saying he was 50. Stokes said he was 80 then. So what? What, you reckon it was 77 instead?
Nah, in my head I was thinking 50s, honestly.
So he lied in the truth.
That's what I'm concerned by.
I did say it wasn't a fact when I said it.
To me, I know the difference between me being 5 years old and 11. I'm in secondary school by 11, bro. Like I know that. Like I know what I saw at 11. I'm a bit concerned by that.
We'll let the people choose on that one.
Indeed. Honestly, I need to prep better for the next one because a bit last.
In my humble opinion, I think Mavs won it on penalties. That's how I'd view it personally.
I'll take a penalty win. That's what wins the win.
I didn't think that would be like the first.
No, it's important.
At the time when I
know
said
the
it,
years.
I said, yeah, okay. I did say
it is important. If we were 50-50, if you said you were like actually 6, I would have been like, okay, it makes more sense. 10, 11, come on, bro.
Yeah,
I had a completely different year in my head.
That's huge.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm still like remembering Stokes say he didn't play in the A-League at 80. So like,
yeah, but that's we know
Stokes,
that's
you're not involved in this. Emmanuel, I'll give that to you.
You're lying in your truth, you know?
You've told a lie in your truth.
Sorry, boys. I'll learn for next time.
There we go. Anyway, that was indeed a lot of fun. Whoever you think won, I guess you man of the VAR right now that are watching. You guys decide who wins that one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll do it again at some point. We'll bring Ali back since he is the winner. The rest of us, we got to work on our game a little bit. As per usual, like the video, follow his man on their socials. Mav is now back. He's He has 3 TikToks, 3 IGs, and a Twitch. So follow him on those 7 platforms. I'll try and find
Just
the link
search
to all
Maverick
of them.
somewhere. You'll find something.
You'll find all his different ones. Follow him there. Jamie,
something.
you'll find him playing Among Us and a bit of Ultimate Team as well. And Stokes will be there running bingo. All the best. Enjoy your week in a bit.